Welcome to Out of the Box with Christine, the podcast for conscious entrepreneurs. Are you willing to step into your greatness? Are you ready to shine? Well, get ready, truth seeker. You're in for an amazing ride. And now, here's the host of the show, Christine Blasdale.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Out of the Box with Christine. I'm your host, Christine Blasdale, and today we're going to take a deep breath in. Okay, let's do that. Do that with me. I know I'm doing it wrong because my guest today is an expert on breathing and breath work. Her name is Adrienne Rivera, and she is a breathwork trainer and founder of Breath of Gold. What a cool name. I love that. That's an awesome name. Thank you so much for coming on Out of the Box with Christine and talking to our wonderful conscious entrepreneurs today about how they can use breath work in their life and business. And I'm very excited to have you on today. Thanks for coming.
Yes, I'm so excited to be here.
So breath work. Now, why did you get into the breathwork business? Because it's something that we all breathe, right? It's relatively natural for us. It's kind of like our heart's beating. But what made you focus in on breathwork in particular?
Such a good question. About 5 years ago, I found breathwork, or I should say breathwork found me by accident. I saw a flyer for something called Spirit Fest, and I said, wow, that looks amazing. I should go to this. And didn't even mention breathwork on it. But when I went, that's all it was, breathwork and going deep inside yourself. And it was in that first class that I had never realized, like up until that point, that you could create so much euphoria and pleasure within your own body. At that point, I had just overcome 6 years of binge eating disorder where I was using food for pleasure. In high school, I had a lot of different relationships using men for pleasure. I felt like it was this external thing. And you talk about like wisdom and looking for answers. I thought that's like, oh, Google, online courses, like everything is outside of us. And yes, I love learning. Yes, that's still part of it. But it was really through breath work and experiencing the shifts in my cells that I realized how much we have inside of us and how much we have within our breath. And it's beautiful because right before we went live, I pulled a card for Christine. Yes. And the card was Breathe in Innovation. And this is perfect for entrepreneurs because we get to not just look at what everyone else is doing and copy what they're doing, but ask ourselves, where is the gap in the marketplace? What is missing that we get to create and fill that gap and be unique with? So what's interesting is that my first business was as a fitness coach. And then after that, I did relationship coaching for a bit. And I also have a business doing spiritual business coaching. And when I was a fitness coach, whenever my clients would plateau and they needed to break through to the next level, I would use breath work. And they would get to a root trauma and realize, this is why I haven't been able to release the weight. And so that was so profound to me. And with relationship coaching, people would not really be on the same wavelength. We'd get them together to do a breathwork session. And you'd be hearing them say like, wow, I feel more connected to my wife than I've ever felt in 20 years, like really profound stuff. And with business coaching, I use breath work to support my coaches and healers that I work with to find clarity so that they know exactly what their ideal client needs to hear every single week and really to stay in energetic alignment with their business. Because if we're not clear on what our vision is and what we're creating, and we're disconnected from that, everything that we do is just going to come with not so shiny energy. And this is all about breath of gold. And we want to be shiny and amazing.
And we want to be successful. And so that's a beautiful, and you know what, it's interesting because as entrepreneurs, as people that have their own business, coaches, consultants, we're in our head a lot. So we feel, and this might be just the human thing of thinking our way through things, right? So comparing ourselves to other people, that's a big thing. That's a big no-no in my book, as far as I'm concerned, because what other people are doing is none of my business. But also I can only do my coaching, and my style is unique to me. But we stay in our heads so much about, oh my gosh, I've got mortgage to pay. I've got kids to take care of. I've got, what do I do? What do I do? And we try and think our way out of the problems, right? And so how does breath work in that, and gaining that clarity, in connecting us to, if whatever that is, if it's divine, if it's the universe, if it's the big boss in the sky, whatever. How does that work? How does that work in opposition to just trying to think it through?
Yeah, I love this so much. And what we can create from our head is like the tip of the iceberg. When we can really go into the subconscious and we can really go within ourselves, that's really where everything comes through. And so you asked about clarity. I think it's important to share that there's, so many different styles of breath work. The main one that I love is circular connected breath, very similar to holotropic breath. And yeah, with that style of breathing, you're breathing in a circular connected pattern for about an hour, and you're breathing really deeply, and it brings in more oxygen into your body, into your blood. And what that creates is an altered state of consciousness. And sometimes when you breathe deep enough for long enough, you can actually activate DMT naturally in the brain. So, I mean, if you think about it, people have been going to Peru, to the jungle, to do like ayahuasca, which has the active ingredient of DMT, for years to get clarity on their purpose and all the things. But what if we didn't have to go all the way to Peru? What if we didn't have to take the risk to see what plant medicine is going to do to your body, how it's going to feel, and be on that
End
journey?
up puking in a bucket.
10 hours. Yeah.
Right.
Yep. I experienced that, and breathwork is way more powerful. Yes, I feel that it's within us for a reason. And sometimes people refer to DMT as the God molecule, right? So I really do feel like it is tapping into source. It is the co-creation. The analogy that always comes through is this story that I've heard so many times where, you know how Prince was so similar to Michael Jackson, like they had such similar music, forget which one, but one of them would have said like, wow, that song that the other one came out with, like I heard that song, but I didn't create it in time. So isn't it interesting to think about these ideas that are all around us that are wanting to be birthed through God, through the universe, and they're kind of just like dropping down. But if we're so busy, listening to everything else that's not our own idea and not listening to our own inspiration, then we're never left with the opportunity to create something new.
Oh, I really like that. You just, you lit up a light bulb in me where, and myself included, right? We tend to think that we're going at it alone. We're going at life alone. We've got to work harder. We've got to put our nose to the grindstone type thing. And we believe that whatever we create ourselves is what's possible, right? But you had mentioned something about that co-creation. And I like this idea of tapping in, if there's a stream going by of great ideas and brilliance and abundance and success, and I'm over here in the corner trying to hammer my way out of a problem, I could hitch a ride on that stream and co-create something that is supposed to be there, that needs to come to fruition. Those are two different beliefs. The belief of I've got to work hard and knuckle down and just do work and figure it out myself, versus tapping into that universal flow that I don't know what that, I won't put a word to it, but can you expand on that a little bit? Because I think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That co-creation. Yeah.
To me, it's universal intelligence. It's like
yes,
really tapping into what's already here. And I feel that people have been doing it for years and years. And this, don't quote me on it, but I recently heard that when Thomas Edison came up with the light bulb, apparently there was another person that also came up with the light bulb, but didn't get credit for it. It was like around the same time. Like, isn't that crazy? It really makes you think that, aren't there these ideas or wisdom that wants to be birthed through us, and we can really tap into it if we're present enough. So a lot of it is slowing down. And when we think about being the CEOs of our own business, we are the person that gets to birth the new ideas. What's required for that is to go within. Breathwork is amazing for that. I feel that people get a lot more out of it because meditation is great for stillness, calming the mind. But if you're like me, and perhaps you have ADHD, it's hard to sit still. And so breathwork gives you something to do for that monkey mind where you can finally have this feeling of being still, and it feels like you're doing it. It feels sustainable. It feels expansive. And what I love about breathwork is that it expands your body. You feel this expansion. And the inhale and the exhales are our biggest teachers. Like the inhale, you can only take in so much. If you're trying to listen to all the online courses and all the mentors out there and all the things, you imagine just taking a million breaths in, but never exhaling. So that exhale is like the surrender. It's the letting go. It's the space between. It's your chance to receive. That's really where we can receive the wisdom and the guidance. And I have a theory that in order to really create success, in order to really create fulfillment, we get to train ourselves to surrender. If we really want to create a life that's full of pleasure, we have to learn how to surrender and to let go. Because if we're always trying to control things or we're always trying to do things, like you were saying, knuckle down, then it's this cycle of chasing and never getting anywhere and not falling in love with the process and the journey.
And continuing that wanting as well. I like what you said too about surrender. A couple of years ago, it was right before I was supposed to jump on a flight and come to Australia from California, come to Australia to be with my wife. And I had an accident where I broke my leg in two places. I just snapped it. It was pleasant. And I was so upset because I couldn't get on the flight, obviously. And it took like a long time for it to heal and everything. But what I found, what my lesson was that because I'm the one who takes care of other people so much, is that I needed to learn how to receive. I needed to learn how to receive the gifts of, friends helping me out, bringing me food, taking me to my medical appointments, to surrender to what would be. And also to allow those people to experience giving, right? And so when I looked at it that way, actually my healing process was so much better. And as far as the pain is concerned and all that, you have that initial, because it hurts, but the healing just had a different spin on it. I don't know how to explain that, but it was in the act of me allowing myself to receive and to kind of slow down a little bit. It was brilliant. Now you had said something and you had mentioned, and I got an intuitive hit. I'm an intuitive, as we all are. And so sometimes when I'm working with clients, they'll say something and I'll hear that little thing and they'll say, tell her this. So when you had mentioned Edison and the electricity thing, I got the hit that you should, or you'd be interested in reading up on Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was and I can feel his presence right now because he was an absolute genius. Not only was he an amazing genius, he was tapped into that universal truth, that universal flow. This man was brilliant. A lot of the things that he created were taken from him and taken from us as people, because there was free energy. I mean, you name it, but just, I got that word, that name screaming at me. Tell her about Nikola Tesla. So just do some research, maybe get a book on him or something like that, and check him out, because I think you'll really dig. You'll dig what he was doing back then.
I will. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, it's always so fascinating to me to see people that are inventors, creators, entrepreneurs that are really using this energy, what's available to them. They're expanding upon their superpowers.
Sorry, my son is getting the dog out because he's crying.
That's okay. No worries.
So I got to mark where we're at now. Where am I at? Where am I at? Okay, I'll know I'll do a silent space here. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're talking about breath work. We're talking about the magic and the power of breath work. And I would be remiss if I did not ask you to, can you give us a sample of what, because I still think people are thinking this, they're going, okay, well, I breathe and that's all good. And I know when I hold my breath, when I go like that, I feel uncomfortable after a bit and I need to let it out. Can you just give us a little, like a little tiny little thing?
Yeah, of course. I'll give you a little tiny thing.
Okay.
Amazing. So what's coming through, what I'm feeling called to in this moment is to share with our conscious entrepreneurs listening a guided mini breathwork meditation, just a few minutes to connect into the energetics of their business. This may be something that you've never done before. And what I really feel is that this will support anyone listening in having a deeper understanding for the connection of their business. It's like dating a partner. You can date someone online forever. And then when you finally meet them, there's this energetic flow and space in between where it's so different, right? And so close your eyes right now and just connect to how you are naturally breathing. Notice if you are breathing into the belly or the heart naturally. Allow your posture to be nice and tall. And for this breath, we are going to be breathing into the heart space. This is a sample of circular connected breath. And so big inhale as you expand into the heart, the top of the chest region. And exhale through the mouth. Inhale, heart. Exhale out of the mouth. And so as you flow this breath, breathe deeply, breathe at your own pace, and allow yourself to feel that there's no pause at the top, no pause at the bottom. On your next exhale, imagine your body getting heavier and heavier and sending beautiful red tree roots down from the base of the spine, going all the way down into the center of the earth. And on your next inhale, send a golden cord all the way up into the sun. Big inhale, fill up, expand. And as you exhale, send a golden white light waterfall down from the crown of the head, going all the way down your body, filling every single cell with white light. And with your eyes closed, as you look within, you notice all the space that you've just created in your body. All of your cells are purified and full of white light energy. So much space to now receive, flushing out anything else that is not light. And now, as you continue to breathe at your own pace in this circular connected way, call in the energy of your business. Imagine in your mind's eye seeing it in a certain shape. Would it be circular, square, a diamond, perhaps a shape that doesn't have a name? And if you could imagine it having a glow, what color would that glow be? And if you could tap in more with each and every breath as you are intentionally connecting to the heart and the wisdom of your business. Feel its frequency as if it had a heartbeat. And as you can feel this, notice what you feel in your own body. And notice if there's any words that are coming through. The heartbeat is the natural frequency. And when you can think about this frequency of your business doing one thing, solving one problem, creating one impact, holding one frequency. What is it that you feel? Either a word or a phrase. Continuing to breathe and fill up the heart space in and out through the mouth. And imagine looking into your business as if it's getting bigger and closer to you. And you're looking through a little portal that you can see inside your business. And notice what you see, as if your business was a brick and mortar. What would it look like? What would the lighting be like? What would be on the floor? And you can think about your digital products and services and see them on the wall. Notice how they would be packaged. And just like your favorite coffee bar or shop that you like to go to, notice the vibe of it. Notice your clients in it. Notice who is hanging out in your business, who is vibing with this frequency. And perhaps you see other people working with you as well. If you have a team, or you can feel the frequency of what it would be like to have a team in your business. And we're just going to ask one simple question here. We're going to say in our mind's eye, business, what is the one thing that you would like me to know right now? Beautiful. Now coming back to breathing in and out through the nose. Imagine taking this wisdom that you just got and exhaling it through the nose, like you're grounding it into Mother Earth. One more breath in and exhale through the nose, ground it into Mother Earth. And you can slowly come back to this space, fluttering the eyes open. I would love to hear what you felt, Christine.
I really liked when I got to see the people that my clients and the people that I'm working with. Like I got like a nice huge smile on my face, because I think that's really important, that I choose my clients. Like I there's people that want to work with me that are on frequencies that I absolutely love. And so spending an hour or 2 hours with them is a joy. Like I get so much charge out of it, so much energy out of it. And so I'm very, very particular who I spend my time with. And so when you said, in that space, imagine, see the people that you're working with, your clients and things like that. And I just felt them. And it was like it was a beautiful family, like a sisterhood, really, of amazing human beings. And so that's what gave me so much joy.
I love that. It's
and
really about the people,
it
right?
it is. And it's that connection that we have, that we all, and in any kind of business, it really is about your connection, right? I mean, you can give somebody a service and say, okay, here you go, have a good time, go away. But it's that connection, that draw that drew them to you in the first place. But that's a lovely exercise. That's a really lovely exercise. And people can get more of this with you. Do you have live classes, or do you work with individuals or groups? How do you work with the breath work?
Yeah, I have so much that I do. People get breath work every single week in my business coaching mastermind. Some people work with me one-on-one for weekly CEO breathwork sessions to get them in the frequency of their business and to shift whatever limiting beliefs are still making them heavy and weighing them down. But what I'm really excited about is my membership. Every single Sunday, I lead Breathwork, and that is a beautiful opportunity for people to come and feel the frequency of our community, and feel everyone's breath in all different places. Sometimes people come from New Zealand, some people are in the US like I am, some people are in Europe, and there are people breathing together all over the world in this space, and it's so powerful. So that's every Sunday, and I shared with you a link for people to try it out for free.
Yes, we will make sure that that link is going to be in the show notes. So folks, click the link in the show notes for the, it's your first breathwork class is free. Thanks to Adrienne Rivera. That's a beautiful, generous offer as well to our wonderful listeners and our viewers on YouTube. So click that link. It'll be breathofgold.com/Sunday. What is that? A dash?
Yeah.
Dash breathwork. Okay. We're going to make sure that we have the actual website up too, the link. Excuse me. We'll make sure that we have the website up as well, breathofgold.com, so they can find out all about you. And also you have a special offer with the beautiful number 222. We want to tell them about the bundle.
Yes, of course, the 222 portal bundle. So I love angel numbers, and this is an experience for people to try breath work in a deeper capacity. It's a four different things that we're bundling together, and one of them is our Breath of Gold Oracle deck, which I'm really excited about, and that is right here. And this is me on the front. I'm so excited about it. And you can draw a card every single morning to connect into your breath and have a reminder of what to breathe in that day. With the 222 bundle, you get 1 month of the Breathwork membership, which includes over 70 different recordings, weekly Sunday breathwork. And then you also get a one-on-one coaching call with me where we can either go more into energetics and breath, or we can go into business strategy. And third, I mentioned the Oracle deck. And then fourth, a 6-week Manifest with Breath course, which is powerful. And what I really find to be the case is that when it comes to manifestation, we often forget the embodiment piece, like holding it in our body, the frequency of what we want as if we've already had it. And breathwork is so good for that because it changes how you feel. And you can hold that frequency so much easier than just seeing it on the wall or seeing it in your mind's eye. It's really about embodying it. So that is for anyone who feels like they're kind of a pro at manifesting, but not all the time. And they're kind of wondering why.
Yes. Yeah. We just need a little help in that area.
Exactly.
Yes. And you tapped into something that's really, really important when it comes to manifesting our desires, or the things that we want out of life is, and this I tell everybody, act as if it's already happened or is happening. So it sounds crazy, but if you're single and you really would love to have that partner, that special person, that your soulmate, your twin flame or whatever, and you're saying, oh, I need to look outside, I need to find that person, or that person needs to find me. When you start behaving as if you already have that person, right? And I know it's a little play on your mind, but when you start already saying, I've already have this, the universe is like, oh my goodness, yes, we need to get that person right to you because you're already there. You're not wanting, you're not in lack. And it's so, so important. So I'm so glad that you touched on that, and you know how those steps, and the breath work is a brilliant way to get you there because it's right. It's in your cells. I mean, it's filling your whole body. And then we didn't even talk about the actual physical benefits of breath work and oxygen and getting that into our cells. It's also very good for your skin, right? It's good for it's good for your organs. It's good for all of that as well. Yeah.
And it makes you look young for life. It is the best kept secret you don't need Botox, you just need breath.
I was going to say, okay, I have a new thing for your business. You can this is another outlet. Anti-aging, breathwork for anti-aging. You'll be a millionaire.
I love it.
Yeah, you'll be a millionaire. More ideas are available. Just contact me. No. Yeah, yes, I think I think there's so much to what you're doing, and we know the yogis have also practiced this in many ways through the yogic mantras as well. And so I'm just so happy that you're able to reach my audience through being on the show. We'll make sure that we have the links in the show notes. If you want to go directly to her website, you can go to learn more about Adrienne at breathofgold.com. That's breathofgold.com. And to get that first breathwork class for free, click the link in the show notes. And if you're interested in her magical, beautiful breathwork magic bundle, the 222, you can go to the link that's going to be in the show notes as well. Adrienne, thank you so very much. You're welcome back anytime on Out of the Box with Christine. And I just want to thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
Awesome. Well, I like to hear that. And I want to thank you, wonderful listeners and viewers on YouTube. Thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, you can like and subscribe to this podcast via your favorite platform. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon, Google, you name it, Pandora. We're on all of those outlets, but also on YouTube. And if you're listening to this and you're not watching it on YouTube, do yourself a treat. Give yourself something really fun. Check out the YouTube version of the podcast so that you can see my beautiful guest in person. And actually with that beautiful breath work, you can actually do it with us. Just watch the video a couple of times, and then schedule a session with her and take that breathwork class for free. Link in the show notes. And if you want more information about the podcast, go to outoftheboxwithchristine.com. More information about me, you can always go to christineblasdell.com. All those links will be in the show notes. Until next time, as I always say, remember to think outside that damn box. Bye for now.
Bye.